Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Apparently it's Tom Ford week here on my channel. So I'm comparing Tom Ford's Black Orchid with Tom Ford's Velvet Orchid. Okay, so I got Black Orchid. I got these both off of Mercari, by the way, for pretty good prices. I got this one. This is a 1 ounce of Black Orchid. I got this for, I want to say about $45. And this, I got a pack of Tom Ford samples for like $22. Don't sleep on Mercari, guys. Like, no. I will start out by describing each scent in plain words what it smells like to me. So I'm going to start out with Black Orchid. First off, let me start out by saying I sprayed each on each of my wrists, as well as 2 separate strips of paper. I had to go outside to spray both of these, okay? These Tom Ford fragrances are so extremely potent and strong. Like, just beware of spraying. Overspraying would be like the worst decision to make with these perfumes. Forewarning, okay? Okay, so whew. this one right here, Black Orchid. This smells like black licorice, but like a very potent liquid form of black licorice. I don't know if you guys have ever smelled the way black licorice candy smells, but just imagine like someone put black licorice in a pot and melted it, and like the fumes are like filling up your kitchen. Like, this smells like potent black licorice mixed with like some type of, I want to say like nutmeg or some type of spiciness. So imagine, so someone's like melting black licorice in a pot, right? And then they're adding in spices, okay? And along with those spices that they're adding in the pot, they go outside and find some dead flowers, like dead, rotting flower petals, and they come back inside and add it in the pot. I'm not exaggerating. This is literally exactly what this smells like to me. Black licorice, some type of spices, and like dead flowers. It's not, I wouldn't describe this as a pleasant scent. This is a very like dark, deep, black or dead floral black licorice scent. Okay, so that is how I would describe Black Orchid in plain words. Okay, now moving on to Velvet Orchid. Velvet Orchid has the same type of dark deepness, maybe not as dark as Black Orchid. I would describe this as a deep powdery floral, maybe purple flowers. Like if this was like a dead flowers, this one would be like purple alive flowers. I'm gonna spray a little bit more. I really don't want to, but I just want to get the description down right for you guys. I'm not even gonna spray it. I'm literally gonna like, can you guys see? That's it. Can you guys see how much I put on my wrist? I'm not putting a lot. I refuse. It's too much. It's too strong. So this is a lot more floral. Black Orchid is a lot more spicy. Okay, but I'll get to that. So we're just describing the way this one smells in plain words. Okay, this is a very, very floral, deep, powdery. Like this scent is very heavy on the powder, especially on the dry down. Like the dry down turns into like a straight powdery floral musk type of scent. But there's kind of like a sharper note that's in this one. It might be like a sharp amber. I'm smelling like a sharper amber note. Definitely amber though, one way or another. This kind of smells like it might have oud in it, or like some type of sharper. That might be the sharp note that I'm smelling, like some type of sharp woody note. I'm having an easier time picking out individual notes in the Velvet Orchid. With Black Orchid, it's kind of like almost too much going on. The Velvet Orchid is a lot more bearable to my nose, and that's just my humble opinion. Okay, so this one also has some type of sweetness in it, but like this has like a floral sweetness to it. Like one of the flowers has like kind of like a sweet aroma. I actually had a funny video or like a funny story that I had with Velvet Orchid. I think it was like perfumes that I would never repurchase. This was back when I was like, I want to say like either 18 or 19 when I first smelled Velvet Orchid. Check that video out if you want to see like what my first impression of this scent was when I was a lot younger, with a lot more of an immature scent palette. Or so check that video out for like a funny kind of story with me and this Velvet Orchid here. So I'm looking on Fragrantica. Off jump, I'm noticing that Black Orchid is firstly described as a warm spicy, and Velvet Orchid is firstly described as a floral note, floral fragrance, which would make a lot more sense because this is giving me like a bouquet of like purple flowers, and this is giving me like something that's being like mixed in a pot. So there's no actual black licorice, but I'm guessing what I'm smelling that is, ooh, almost dropped it. I'm guessing what I'm smelling that is closer to black licorice would be that truffle. It has to be that truffle. That truffle is like insane on this one. And then the middle notes, it actually has a lot of floral notes in here, but I feel like that black truffle just kind of covers them all up. It has orchid, it has gardenia, but I talked to someone at the Tom Ford like fragrance stand in Macy's, and she said that supposedly Tom Ford bred his own specific type of orchid called Black Orchid that he trademarked, so no one else can grow that specific breed of flower. Supposedly that's what the lady at the Tom Ford stand told me. It smells like a dead orchid to me. Like I wonder if it's not like a real alive orchid and he just used the oil from like dead orchids and like trademarked it. Because I swear it smells like dead flowers to me. Like dead flowers that have like decayed into some dirt. I guess that dirt note that I'm smelling could be from the Velveter. I feel like I'm smelling patchouli too, but it's like mixing in with the Velveter. I can't deal with it. It's not bearable to my nose. And also it's like, what occasion would you want to smell like this? I can see someone possibly of an older age taking a liking to this. Someone that is definitely off the cuff, someone that's more unusual, likes more unusual things. I watched I think it was the Scented. She did like a Halloween perfume video, and she said that this smells like a witch. Like this would be a perfume that a witch would wear, and I would have to agree. This smells like a witch's sweater or something like that. Let's take a look at some of the notes on Velvet Orchid. Interestingly enough, there's rum and honey on the top notes of this. So that might be where I'm getting that little bit of sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. Like I still wouldn't consider this a gourmand, even though there's 2 gourmand notes on the top with the honey and rum. But it's just like a light sweetness that definitely is not overdone. Like the sweetness in this is not overdone. I feel like it blends really well with all the other floral notes. So yeah, so there's rum and honey on the top notes, and then the middle notes are like all floral, and the base notes are vanilla, myrrh, suede, sandalwood, Peru balsam, and labdanum. So yeah, I can see this, like this smells like a bouquet of different flowers with like a light sweetness and some type of woody note. I'm guessing I might be smelling either the the myrrh or the suede, or maybe both of them combined. But that was kind of like what I was saying earlier about that sharp, that sharp note. It's definitely probably the suede and or the myrrh together. I feel like this one I can like get down with a little bit more than a lot more than Black Orchid. This one I would also say someone of an older age would take a liking to. I can see this being worn in the daytime or the nighttime, because I feel like the top note there's mandarin orange, so there is like a citrus aspect, and then there's a whole bunch of white flowers. So I would say you can wear this during the day, but I feel like with the base notes, with the suede and myrrh, you can also get away with wearing this at nighttime, just depending on the occasion. I feel like Velvet Orchid is just overall more approachable, definitely. A much more pleasant, more lighter scent. It's still complex. It has some powderiness to it. Yeah, if I had to choose between these two, I feel like you guys can already guess. I would definitely choose Velvet Orchid. If you love florals, you will love Velvet Orchid. If you like smelling like black licorice melted in a pot with dead flowers and dirt, then you'll love Black Orchid. Definitely not a safe blind buy. I mean, neither one of these are safe blind buys, because yes, this is like mainly a floral note. There are like different aspects to this that I can see someone not liking. Like if you don't like powdery perfumes, you might not like this. And then there is that sharper like myrrh suede, or like it kind of smells like oud almost a little bit on the base of this, that someone might also not like. So I would say that neither one of these are safe blind buys. I feel like at the beginning I did say both of these are beast mode fragrances. Projection is crazy, lasting power is insane. You will have to scrub these off of your skin if you want them to stop smelling. And forewarning, they smell completely different on paper than they do on your skin. Actually, Velvet Orchid pretty much smells the same on paper as it does on my skin, but Black Orchid, for whatever reason, smells different on paper than it does on my skin. Like it smells a lot lighter and more airy on paper. If you guys are trying to smell this at like a fragrance counter in the mall, ask them to spray on your skin so you can get an accurate depiction of what it smells like. Because I sprayed it, because I smelled this on a strip at the mall, which prompted me to get it. And then to my surprise, when I sprayed it on my skin, it like completely changed into like a monster. So just beware, Black Orchid does smell different on paper than it does on skin. So you'll have to test it out and see how it reacts to your body chemistry. But a lot of people love the scent. A lot of people can pick out the different notes. People can smell chocolate in it. To my nose, I don't smell it. So that is my review of Black Orchid and Velvet Orchid. I hope this video helped you guys out. Thank you for watching until the end. I have other fragrance videos on my channel, so check those out if you're interested. Subscribe if you already haven't, and I'll see you in my next one.